What do you see when you follow these steps up, Deacon?
Well, boy, it's like a going up into the mountains, a going up to heaven. And as I'm going up on each step and I'm climbing, I'm passing through the clouds, and my goodness, there is Our Lady. And they have two men on either side of Our Lady, and a big yellow light shining on her.
Before we get to them, let's stay with these steps a little bit more.
Yeah.
You see the cloud on it covering the steps?
Of course, I see the cloud. Just before I see Mary, I see the cloud.
The cloud is telling you something, eh? That you're leaving this world and you're going into another world. Eh? The cloud is speaking of a transition from one world to the next world. And you see where the steps come to an abrupt end and the cloud has a hard start.
Yeah.
So the transition, but lower down than that, you see where the cloud is already wrapping the steps.
Yes.
So the cloud is speaking to something. And I want you to think of Jacob's ladder. Remember when Jacob wrestled with God?
Yeah.
And he wrestled with God, and in that, when he was asleep, Jacob saw heaven laid open, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on this ladder. Well, I want you to think of the steps now as Jacob's ladder. The ladder between heaven and earth. So if in Trinidad and Tobago, there is a portal through which we can go through to encounter the divine and enter into heaven, that's what it looks like. I should have told people to buckle up. Eh?
Listen up. You don't know the kind of questions I would ask you.
Well, that's okay. So if you read Genesis 28:12, you'll see the story with Jacob's ladder. And that place was a portal, a gateway to heaven. And what Hingston has given us is this place as a portal, a gateway to heaven. And if we understand that from a community like this is where the portal to heaven is, then you start now understanding that these steps, Jacob's ladder, is really the portal. And when we go up this ladder, go places fly. When we go up this ladder, with the man in the suit pointing us, telling us where to go, and the Rastafarian, when we go up this ladder, we're leaving the realm of this world and we're entering into the heavenly realm. And entering into the heavenly realm, we now see something majestic before our eyes that is no longer of the realm of this world, because it is now shrouded in the cloud and wrapped in that mystical wrapping that tells us we're now entering into sacred mystery and into sacred space that is very, very different.
I also see something. I also see something to me, looking again at the man in white. It is almost saying to me and beckoning to me that the way to heaven, you have to pass through this village. As you were saying, it is the portal. You can't get to heaven unless you make this journey. You make this journey. And it's almost like saying you have to connect with the poor. You have to connect with these communities on your way. And that's the only way.